Okay, so tonight we're looking at negative numbers like I promised. All right, so this is a number line. You guys have seen number lines before, several times before, I'm sure. Okay, so here we have our 0. And in this way, we've got positive numbers. Okay, so positive numbers are anything bigger than 0. Okay, and this way, we've got negative numbers. And negative numbers are less than 0. Okay, so positive numbers are bigger than 0, negative numbers are less than 0. And what we're going to work on tonight is how to determine or to see the change in positive and negative numbers. We're going to be able to show negative numbers. We're going to be able to compare which number is bigger than another one by using the number line. Okay, so you're going to need to know this number line and be able to use it quite often. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is owing money. Let's erase this. That doesn't work. So Friendly's got to figure out that erase the page really fast thing. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is money. Let's say somebody owes me some money. We're going to pick on somebody. Let's say Giselle owes me $5. Okay, so Giselle owes me $5. So is Giselle going to be in the positive? Or is she going to be in the negative? Because she's got to give me $5. So if she had $10 and she's going to give me $5, that's going to be 10 minus 5, right? So she's going to be negative $5, where Miss Fernley is going to be plus $5. So I'm going to take Giselle's money. So Giselle's going to start here. Let's say Giselle doesn't have any money, okay? But she owes me $5. So she's going to go this way because she owes Miss Fernley $5. And Miss Fernley, who didn't have any money for lunch either, is I'm going to come up with $5 positive as soon as Giselle pays me my $5. Okay? So owing money is that. The person who owes the money is negative. So O is negative every single time. Okay? And if the person who's going to earn money is going to be in the positive, right? Anybody who earns money is going to get money, so they're going to be in the positive. All right, so that's one thing that we're going to learn. Another thing that we're going to learn is how to compare these numbers. How to compare. If I've got two numbers on the number line, how am I going to be able to tell which one is bigger and which one is smaller? So we are going to be working with greater than and less than. Okay, so everybody should remember their little alligator. So I'm going to write it over here. Greater is bigger, okay, like that. Less than, it's like that. Okay, so greater than and less than. So let's say I have two numbers. I've got -1 and -13. How do I know which one is bigger than the other? How do I know which one's bigger than the other? My instinct is to say that 13 is bigger than 1, because generally that would be the case, correct? But remember what Miss Fernley said last night? That the numbers that go this way on the line are smaller. Okay, the actual numbers itself get bigger but the value is smaller, okay? Okay, so let's take money for instance. Let's say you started off here at 0, okay? You had no money. And you borrow money from Miss Friendly to buy 2 pieces of pizza because you like to eat a lot of pizza, okay? So now you're negative $6. And then you borrow money again next week for some more pizza. Now you're even more in debt, okay? So the more you get in debt, the bigger the number is going to get to be. So if I asked you what the bigger number is between negative 1 and negative 13, the negative 1 is the bigger number, right? Because I'm actually getting bigger the closer I get to 0. So I'm owing less and less money. All right, let's see if I can think of another example. Basically, when you're going negative on the number line, the numbers are getting smaller. The value is getting smaller, okay? So 1 here on the number line, positive 1 here, is a bigger number than negative 1 here, okay? And the negative 1 here is a bigger number than negative 3 here. Even though 3 is a bigger number than 1, as it goes negative, it means less and less. So even though the numbers get bigger in negative, it is less and less, it counts less and less, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's say I had 6. So if you go 6 is bigger than 1, 1 is bigger than negative 1, negative 1 is bigger than negative 3, and negative 3 is bigger than negative 6. Okay. All right, let's take a look at another problem. All right, I want to compare positive 10 and negative 8. Okay, so I have a positive 10 right here, and I have a negative 8 right here. Which one is the bigger number? Okay, so any number that's to the left is going to be the smaller number in essence, okay? So negative 8 is to the left of 10, so it's always going to be less than 10. Anything that is to the left, let's make a note of that. Any number to the left of another number is smaller. So even if that number, like, even if it was 11, negative 11 over here, just because 11 is bigger than 10, because it's a negative 11, it is smaller than positive 10. Okay, so I know that this is hard. It's a hard concept, and we're going to practice tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week because you need to be able to understand this kind of problem. So, all right, so remember, anything to the left of one number is going to be smaller than that number. So it'll be less than. Okay. All right, let's see here. I think that will be okay for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at our practice book page. So if you want to get that out while I load it onto here. Okay, let's take a look at this one. See if we can figure out how to answer these questions together. Sorry, it's kind of blurry, I know. Just work with me here. Okay, so it says name the number represented by each letter. Okay, you could be looking at your paper if this is too blurry to look at on the screen, but name the number represented by each letter. Okay, so if I'm looking at A is right here, and it's on that dot of 0. That one's easy peasy. Answer is 0. Okay, let's look at C. C is right here, and it looks like we're going, our interval is 1. So every little mark is 1. Okay, so my C is right here. and that is just before the 10, so it's going to be a positive 9, right? Because I'm going this way, and it's positive. Okay, and how about E? Looking at E right here. Okay, 2 dots above negative 20, so it'd be negative 20, 19, so it'd be negative 18. All right. Okay, so using this number line also, we are going to compare using less than or greater than. So I've got a negative 6 and a negative 8. So I have a negative 6 here. Let's erase this. I have a negative 6. So 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and 0. Huh, sorry. It's like, why am I counting off? It's hard to see. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's our negative 6, 7, 8. That's our negative 8. So remember what I said. Any number to the left of another number is the smaller number. So negative 6 is actually going to be greater than negative 8. Okay, because the furthest left one is the smallest number, and that would be negative 8. Let's take a look at number 9. Number 9 says negative 15 and positive 15. So negative 15 and positive 15. So we have positive 15, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15 right here. And then we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 right here. Okay, so negative 15 is where? To the left. Okay, so negative 15 is to the left, so it is the smaller number. All right, so down here, write a positive or negative number to represent each situation. Fred spends all of his $8 allowance. Okay, so I have Fred has $8 and he spent it all. Okay, is that going to be a negative or a positive number? Spends all of his $8 allowance. Okay, it is going to be a negative $8, right? Because he started off with $8 and he keeps giving that money away. So it's going to be negative $8. All right, let's take a look at number 13. Sam and Saya eat the last 7 apples. So we had 7 apples and they ate them all. Okay, so you're minusing 7. So we're going to be a negative 7 apples. All right. Oh, we got some algebra. All right, write the missing numbers to complete a possible pattern. So we have a plus 12, plus 10, plus 8, plus 6, plus 4, plus 2. So what is our rule here? We are going minus 2, right? We're going down minus 2. So 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 2 is, negative 4. Is negative 4. Okay? Don't get confused. Even though it's not on a number line, doesn't mean that you're going the opposite way. Okay? So if it helps you to write a number line, do that. Okay, so we have, for the next one, we have 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on and so forth, negative 4. Okay, so that'll help you. All right, let's see. Hans answers 10 questions right on the test. Is this a positive or a negative number? So if he answers 10 questions right on the test, that means he gets 10 points, which is a positive 10. Okay, and Martin loses 5 points to Marcy. Okay, so Martin is losing 5 points to Marcy, just like Giselle lost her money to Miss Fernley. Is this a positive, negative situation for Marcy and for Martin? Okay, so Martin is losing, right? And losing is a negative, 5 points. And Marcy is actually getting those 5 points, so she is gaining 5 points. Oops. So this is a gain. This is a loss. Okay, so for your WSQ tonight, write the summary. And finish practice book. What is the number on that practice book? 88. All right, see you tomorrow.